of you are curious about what's happening in Oakland. Oh wait, excuse me. Oh, actually, how many of you are interested in what happens to used toilets? Actually, that does seem a little odd, but I think I initiated this with a newsletter article a few years ago. But the gentleman here, Paul Burns, is with, let me get it right, Fire Clay Tile. And he lives in San Francisco, and he has an operation in San Jose and in San Francisco, but they make tiles out of porcelain, recycled porcelain. I think that's really cool.
Thank you so much. So I started my business about 28 years ago, so I'm a manufacturer here in Northern California. It's not always the easiest thing to make products here with costs of labor and housing and regulations, etc. But one advantage that I really try to mine is all the waste that we do here. So since we're a population of whatever, about 5 million people, there's constant waste streams. And so I look at those and pick products that really make great future products. So I really look at using everything to its highest use. I'm starting off with my newest product, which is from CRT glass. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Whoops. That's not it either.
The button is unmarked.
Okay, got it. So, the first was how we receive our CRT. We work with ECS refining, and so they deliver it in this form. I believe they're upgrading their system to give us a little finer crushing in the future, but then we take the CRT glass and crush it, screen it. I brought a couple pieces. I'll leave them outside in the lobby at lunchtime that you can look at. It really makes a beautiful product. It was not easy. There's always issues, and so we use the first 3/4 inch of the panel that doesn't have heavy metals and lead in it. And just getting to the point where the state would be put their blessing on doing it, it took me about 2 years with the DTSC. And the first year I did it on my own, and then I really wasn't making progress. It's not my area of expertise. So ECS called me one day and said, hey, you know, we have CRT. I go, yeah, I've been dealing with different people. I said, I'd love to work with you, but you guys have to carry the ball for getting the approval. So we did a 60-page report, all kinds of chemical analysis and acid baths, etc. And so we got the blessing to move ahead. I think I'm probably the only person making a product out of CRT glass right now. I get calls like this week I got a call yesterday from somebody in Missouri, will you take my CRT glass? Last week I got a call from somebody in Wisconsin, would you take my CRT glass? The week before, Iowa. Every week I get calls. It's piled up everywhere. And I first started working with this company called Dow Management, which I don't know if any of you followed that at all, but they took tons of California CRT, put it in a warehouse in Yuma, Arizona, and then disappeared, right? So, you know, I didn't really have a strong, great feeling about them in our talks, but on the other hand, they were contacting me about possibly, trying to find a way. I think they just gave up. And so, I'm the other end of the cycle. I'm like, how do we make stuff out of the stuff we collect? And it's really a difficult place to be, I'll tell you. So this just some of the glass on the screen. After we crush it down from its original size, whenever you crush things, you never get the right particle size. You get a variance. So sometimes we take people's baghouse fines and baghouse dust and things that they can't use because they're too fine. So I've developed our product. We use everything that we crush. We get a large size, a medium size, and a fine size, and we're able to formulate the product so that we use the same amount of what we're crushing in the product. That's a bag of that's the medium size. That's the best one. We get about 40% of the medium size, and then I think we get about 25 and 35 of the larger and finer ones. This product, these are refractory molds that we make in-house. We bought a used semiconductor kiln from Silicon Valley and converted it to firing our glass tiles. So the particles are loaded in the molds, and you see them entering there, and then here they are coming out as a fired product. It runs through in about an hour's time, and we run this oven 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's some of the finished product in both a matte and a gloss. So there you can see little black specks and things. That's whatever was in the old computer monitor or television screen. So they're more evident in some pieces than others, but it adds a real cool nature, I think, to the product. That's a finished project. And then there's just so much waste. So these are Cylindra solar tubes. So when they unfortunately shut down, I think I was the only person that CalRecycle could find to actually put them to use. We took about 30% of what they had. I don't know where the other is. Also, being in the Bay Area, CalRecycle has been a supporter of mine. I got an RMDZ loan last year for $1 million to put in more equipment and kilns. And during the period I worked with them, originally I had about 25 employees. I have 111 now. That's it. Questions? I didn't bring toilet pictures. Toilets was my claim to fame. I moved on. Yeah.
But you still do, don't you?
I do. We have acres of toilets there, and we crush them every day. My main product is 35% made from 35% recycled toilets. So it's 70% found other waste from landfill, but half of that is the toilets. And I picked the toilets because hopefully I didn't anticipate 5 years ago that we'd be having such drought that we're gonna look like we're experiencing, but I knew that swapping out toilets definitely in Northern California is something that's gonna be ongoing for a while until we get them all changed, and then what happens to that? So it's a way of mirroring, what the current and future waste is with a product for today. So when you're thinking about recycling, the world changes, as you guys know here. I didn't hear most of it, but every year it's different, right? So what was once a super waste material or had no use last year maybe has some uses. So if that becomes that, then I'll just move to something else.
Tell them your company name and your website.
Okay, so it's fireclaytile.com. Yes.
Do you have a way of embedding images or artwork into your tiles?
I do, but it's not my main focus.
Oh.
We do a lot of hand painting, murals and things like that, more than digital high-tech design.
Okay, so, say your name, stand up, say your name, and speak loud.
My name is Debbie. Can you only purchase the tiles online, or can you go somewhere and actually purchase them?
I have a showroom in San Jose and San Francisco, but we also have a very good online site with really good customer service.
Hi, my name is Elise, and I'm wondering what you do with the heavy metal parts of the cathode ray tubes.
So ECS deals with those. So they just shave off the first 3/4 of an inch of the screen. So oftentimes those monitors are 16, 17 inches thick. So we're only doing the very front panel of the glass. So I'm not a recycler, I'm a manufacturer, so I partner with people that do that part.
Could you give us an idea of the price of that supplement tile that you showed and the cost of it? So the retail price versus the cost of it?
Yeah, it's about $20 a square foot retail. It costs us about $14 to make it.
Any other questions? Well, thank you very much. So back to my previous question, how do you like to know what's going on in Oakland?